Hello. I want to tell you guys about my new Strandberg guitar. I ordered it about a month ago from some random music shop, and it came complete in box, so it was mint condition, and I've been playing every day ever since, and that's really what you want in a guitar. That's something that inspires you to play every day. Uh, so I'm going to run through some of the specs and my impressions. And I'm not like a crazy guitar nerd when it comes to the specs of the guitar. I only know really basic stuff. For more information, obviously go to the website. But this is the Strandberg 8-string Boden standard. Just a little close-up of what it looks like. 24 frets, headless guitar construction, bolt-on. You got the endure neck, which I'll talk about a little bit. There's the bolts. It's 6 bolts in the construction. It's really cool where they placed the input jack. It's right there, and it angles well out of the way, like coming up like this. So the cable itself actually isn't in the way when you're trying to practice. And the way that the body is contoured, if you guys can see this part is meant to rest. This part is meant to rest on your thigh, and it kind of functions like an upright kind of classical guitar when you stance it like that. And it's actually so ergonomic and easy to play on. Not everything about it is easy to play on, but I don't think that's the fault of Strandberg. I think that's just an 8-string being new and difficult for me. So some of the stuff, some of the like more detailed specs, the tuning really surprised me. I don't know if all 8 strings are tuned this way, but the tuning is E, B, G, D, A, E. The low string here, the 7th string, is B, and the 8th string is F sharp. Why is it F sharp? I don't know, but it sounds correct when you play it. Scales work pretty well. It's really interesting. When I first got it, it was actually super difficult to play on at all. If you try to play like a 6-string kind of song on this 8-string guitar, you lose your place a lot. All of my friends who have played it say they don't know where they are on the guitar because the 2 extra strings really throw you off. And I guess when we play, we have like sort of landmarks, like the low E and the high E, and when you throw 2 more strings into the mix, it's not a lot, but it really throws off all the habits that you've built and all the landmarks that you don't always think about. So it actually takes a long time, I think. It took me like 2 weeks to get used to playing on an 8-string. But I think the extended range and learning to play on like a newer kind of instrument like this is really fun and exciting. So I love that about it. Something strange about it is it has like fanned frets. So on a normal guitar, your frets would go straight up and down, but these fanned frets, they go at an angle. And the angle gets steeper and more pronounced towards the top of the guitar, the higher end of the scale here. And I'm not entirely sure what the deal is with the fanned frets. From what I read, it's actually to compensate for the fact that you have this pretty much a bass string on your guitar. And angling the strings and the frets in this way creates more tension on the low string so that it can actually articulate better. So that's really interesting, but it also makes playing chords a little difficult past the 12th fret. So like normal barred chords, you can get them out, but it's a little different. As far as bending or anything, like vibrato, all of that is pretty standard, and it feels really good on this guitar. It's made of basswood. I think that's how you pronounce it. The color here is called Black Flame Maple, and it's actually incredibly light in construction. It's lighter than my 6-string guitar, it's lighter than like a bass. I don't know. It's just, it feels so bizarre that it's so light. And it's actually balanced really well. So you can see this bolt strap right here. If I hold it by the bolt strap, it's perfectly balanced. This is how it would hang on your body. So not fatiguing. It's at a really like wonderful angle. It's great. Another crazy feature about it is the Endure neck. So it might be a little hard to see, but it's like there's kind of a scalloping meant for your thumb here on the back of the neck to help you anchor your hand and reach the frets. And the way it goes, it's not straight up and down. It goes kind of from, it goes like this at an angle. This is really exaggerated. Like that. So as you move further up the guitar, you have a better, like more aggressive stance for where you can anchor your thumb. And that's super cool. That's part of the Endure neck patented design. The frets are called lumen lay frets. And they actually glow in the dark. So if you charge them with light, like if you got a flashlight and you charge the fret dots, I'll show you the fret dots. Those are the fret dots. They're also on the side of the neck. That side. So it glows in the dark if you charge it, and it's supposed to be for players who are on stage and the lights all go out, and hopefully like you've charged it a little bit if you needed to, like if you're just about to start your set, or if it's midway through your set, the stage lights are actually supposed to be powerful enough to charge the fret dots so that you know where you are on the neck and you can start your song. That's just like such a crazy ad to me. As far as like the sound of the guitar, Misha Mansur from Periphery says that basswood is like the most desirable for his kind of like metal music, and that's kind of the same vein of genre that I would be playing in. I really like the tone and the warmth of it. It's very airy. It's a great sound, honestly. Not plugged in right now, just playing it. I will do a little bit of a sound demo out of Nolly's Archetype Neural DSP. Lastly, what I find like really interesting is the low strings. So like it's my first time playing an extended range or multi-scale guitar, and what you have essentially is a bass. You have access to what really sounds and like functions a lot like a bass on your guitar. The lowest string, if you tune it down to E, and right now when it's set to F sharp, it can be a little difficult to articulate the note. It can be a little difficult to articulate the note of the lowest string. You kind of really have to be aggressive when you're picking it, and you have to pick it like really close to the bridge. Here's the bridge. Like you have to pick essentially right here, as hard as possible if you wanted to get it to articulate. Otherwise, it's kind of just flopping around, especially in drop E. And what I find hilarious is when you drop it to E, you have a whole other octave for your guitar. So a normal guitar, the 6th string is set here. But if you drop this to E, you have an extra 12 notes. It's kind of insane. Starting at F sharp, it's still pretty low. It's still a lot of low end for any kind of instrument. It's gonna feel weird if you pick it up, but I love it. I'd recommend it to anyone. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's strange and unique, and I love everything about it.
Bye.